Sorry about that, guys. We experienced some issues on the way that we were recording things before, so we're trying something a little bit different, and hopefully this works out for everybody. Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, all my wonderful seventh graders. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. It's Mr. Grosso. The next topic that we are going to take a look at is surface area. All right, so if we can just move on here. There we go. So going back to just a two-dimensional figure, area was just the amount of space inside a two-dimensional figure, but now we got to move on to three-dimensional figures. So how this turns into this is that all three-dimensional figures are essentially made up of two-dimensional shapes. So what we have to do is get the area of all the 2D shapes that make up the surface. All right, see what they're doing there? Okay, so there's lots of 3D shapes that we could take a look at, but we're really just going to break the chapter down into three shapes, essentially: a cube, a rectangular prism, and a triangular prism. And today we're going to take a look at a cube and a rectangular prism. All right, so what we're going to do is start off with the cube here. You can see that it's a solid cube and you can't really see all of the sides. So what we're going to do, since it's a solid figure here, is we're going to start to unfold the cube and lay it out flat so you can see all the sides, and we can kind of talk about it a little bit more in depth. So taking a look at it this way, how many sides do you see there? Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. All right, now that you know how many sides there are, the more important question, all right, the next question here is, what kind of shapes are those sides? Well, because it's a cube, all of those sides are going to be squares. So we're starting off with the easiest shape possible that we could. All right, so let's take a look at this example here that we got. So how we're going to break these things down for you guys is that the best way to go about surface area is making sure that all of the sides on the shape are accounted for. And in order to do that, we have a surface area checklist here. All right, so there are 6 sides. We're going to have the front side, the back side, the left side, the right side, the top side, and the bottom side. And over here also, we're going to include what kind of shape each side is, so everybody's a little bit more on board and aware of what they're doing. So for this one, all of those sides are going to be squares. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight each side as we're talking about it through this example, so everybody can have a little bit easier of a time with the follow through, and you can start to see these things from perspectives. All right, so the front side we're going to say is this side right here. All right, now the numbers that you're going to need to get the area for these sides are not going to be labeled everywhere, but they're only going to be labeled in a couple of spots, and you got to be able to get that information and apply it to the side that you need it. Like for the front side here, we're going to multiply either base times height or length times width. Either way, you're still going to get the same number here for this guy. So it's going to be 8 times whatever this dimension is. So you got to look elsewhere on the shape and see that, oh, well, that 8 right there is applied to this side right here and this side right here. So 8 times 8 is going to be the area for the front, which is going to be 64. All right, let's talk about the back. So we have this 8 right here. We just don't know how long this one is. Well, all of these horizontal lines right there are going to be the same length and the same number, so that is 8 feet also. So that's another 8 times 8. So that's going to be another 64 for here. All right, let's take a look at the left. We already established that the height was 8, but what's the length of this little slanted edge right there? Well, if you look down here, that's 8 feet. So this one over here is going to be 8 feet. So the area of the left side here is 8 times 8, and that'll give you 64. All right, if you're looking at the right side, well, thankfully it has those two numbers there for it. But it's essentially the same thing. We have that height of 8 and this slanted edge here of 8. So 8 times 8 is going to give us another 64. I think we're starting to notice a pattern here. All right, let's take a look at the top. So again, these horizontal lines are all going to be the same. So this is 8 feet, that's going to be 8 feet. just like the slanted ones here also. This is 8 feet, so that's going to be 8 feet. So the area of the top is going to be 64 feet squared. And if we take a look at the bottom, we got those numbers right there. 8 times 8 is another 64. All right, so now that we have all those sides accounted for and we got all those totals, what we need to do is we got to add up all these numbers. So we can add 64 plus 64 plus 64 plus 64 plus 64 plus 64, and then get the surface area total. Or what you can do, all right, since it's a cube and all of these sides are the same, is just do 64 times 6. All right, either way you do it, we're all still going to get the same number of 384 feet squared. All right, and that is how you guys are going to work on the surface area for cubes. All right, there's going to be 4 problems that you guys are going to work on your own. I'm going to just take you through those real quick just for the perspectives, because different sides are going to be established as the front, and it'll just give you guys a little bit more help if you need it. All right, if you guys are good to go, try these 4 on your own. All right, remember, if you guys have any problems or questions, Ms. Coleman and I are here for you guys. We can do one-on-one, we can do video time, we can do emails, we can come into the slides and work these things out with you guys. But if you have any problems or questions, you need to let us know so we can help you guys out. All right, so if you guys wanted a little bit of a help for these guys, I will do that right now. If not, you guys work on the next 4, and I'll see you at the next video. All right, so for this guy, if this is the front, all right, this square back here, or this side back here, is going to be the back. All right, and again, if this is the front, that means that this side over here is going to be the right side, and this side over here is going to be the left side. All right, this is going to be the top side up here. This is going to be the bottom side down here. And for this one, if this is the front, all right, that would make this over here the right, this one over here the left. All right, this square over here, it would be considered the back. All right, this side up here is the top, and this side down here is the bottom. All right, let's take a look at 3 and 4 because they're going to have different perspectives. All right, so if this is considered the front, like if you're viewing the shape from this side, all right, being the front, that means this side back here is the back. All right, and again, if this is the front, that means this side over here is the right, and this side over here is the left. And then the top side and the bottom side are going to be the easier ones to kind of notice. And then down here, it's the same thing, just kind of flipped around. If this is the front, then this side over here is the back. All right, this side over here would be the left. And this side over here would be considered the right. And then you got your top side and your bottom side. All right, people, good luck on those. All right, if you have any problems or questions, remember, email us and let us know so we can help you out.